Hi, welcome back. Okay, so we're going to go back to the book Apple Recall, Chapter 1, Part 3. So let's get on with it. His father and his two siblings came to visit him at the hospital. They had compassion for him because of his distress. Whilst they were there, Katie arrived and joined them. John noticed her voice and opened his eyes. Speaking for the first time, he saw his father and his two siblings. Moreover, the father looked bothered, but he couldn't say it out. Therefore, John's father's phone rang, and it was a client waiting for him at the office. Meanwhile, they gave John some gifts and promised to be back sooner or later. He sobs as he walks out of the hospital. 2 days after her arrival, she told John that she was pregnant. John was feeling depressed before the good news came. He got lit up and smiled wide. He thanked her for blessing his life while holding her hands and kissing them Few weeks Few weeks later, John was discharged from the hospital, and Katie returned home after spending 3 days taking care of John at his home. Days on, John's rate was due, and he stood to be ejected in less than 1 week. Comparatively, he figured out what to do. He went into his neighborhood to seek for a guy called Lotinopes, a drug dealer. While he was approaching Lotinop's house, the security dog started barking at him, and Lotinop was alerted that some stranger was around. It happened that John and Lotinop would take the same bus home sometimes, thus the familiarity was there. He ushered John in and asked if he could care for a drink, and John told him that a glass of water would do. Why are you here? Lotinov asked John. John in tears told him his story, and when he was done, asked for financial assistance. John's condition elicited pity. Lotinov asked him how much he was looking for, and he said $500. Lotinov gave him $1,000 instead, asked him not to pay back, but that he could come around some days so he could introduce him to his friends. They exchanged phone numbers, and elated John left. 3 days later, John's phone rang. He answered, and it was Lotinos. He asked John to come over to his place, that he was having a birthday party. John could not refuse the invitation. 10 minutes later, he arrived at Lotinos' house. Everywhere was abuzz with sound of excitement. Lotinov saw him, gave him a hug, and then asked the DJ to pause the music for a while. After he got everyone's attention, he introduced John to his friends, and they should make him feel at home. Two girls and a young man came and sat next to him, and they started a conversation. At that moment, it looked like everywhere has gone quiet when the young man, Charles by name, started smoking marijuana. John was still startled by what he was saying when he offered him a wrap of drug that was already lit. He declined the offer since he was not a smoker. John could not bear the foul smell from the marijuana the young man was smoking, and he excused himself and went to engage one other girl that was sitting at the balcony. The night was chilly, and she asked John if she could come closer to keep her warm. To which John inclined. The smell of her perfume filled John's nostrils, and at this point in time, he started to develop sensuous feeling. This got him riddled with sweet thoughts of Katie. He was still lost in thought of Katie when the girl he was interacting with called back his attention by asking him to smile for the camera. However, as they were viewing the pictures on her phone, they accidentally opened a file that had the lady's nude pictures. Wow. At that point, the hunger to have a carnal knowledge of her was stirred. So he asked her into passing the night at his place, and together they left the party at around 2 o'clock in the morning. Some hours later, Lotinub woke up from sleep, and the first thing on his mind was John. He looked around frantically for John as he thought that John passed the night in his place. After it has dawned on him that John was not at his place, he called John's phone line. John was lying naked next to the lady he left the party with when his phone rang. He got up immediately, got dressed, and off he rushed to Lottie Noob's house. However, he left a note for the lady he left behind in his bed that she should jam the door hard while stepping out. He met Lottie Noobs already waiting for him in the car. He hopped in and they drove up, headed towards the mansion. Lotino parked the car by the corner while staring at the building. He quickly briefed John to stay by the fence to catch a bag he would throw over the fence when he got in. It happened that the owner of the mansion went on a vacation. Lotino put on a mask and jumped into the compound with a bag in his hand. On the other hand, he was now aware that the house had a burglary alarm that triggered the nearby police station. However, Lotino got inside the house and the alarm set off and alerted the police, who deployed some policemen in 4 vehicles to the scene. Alright, we're going to stop here for today and we'll continue next time. Hope you enjoyed this reading. Join us next time. Don't forget to subscribe and comment down below. Thank you. Have a good day.